There's a huge furore over CBSE's three-language policy and the U-turn around this time, with now parents saying their ninth class children have been bombed with a last-minute mandate. A whole lot of stress, change in subject selections, last moment. In fact, the latest political neta to raise objection is Annamalai himself, who seems to have broken ranks with his own political party over the sudden rollout of the three-language policy for Class 9 students by the CBSE. He has openly criticized CBSE's sudden rollback on the three-language policy timeline, saying the move has shocked parents, particularly in Tamil Nadu. Annamalai pointed out that in April 2026, CBSE had indicated that the third language requirement for Class 9 students would only kick in from the 2029-30 academic year. But just a month later, in May 2026, the board made the third language compulsory from the current academic session itself. This is what he has said. I had welcomed the CBSE's decision earlier because there was a clarity and a transition period. The sudden reversal amounts to the CBSE going back on its own commitment. He stressed that students who have already spent years learning foreign languages are now being forced into an abrupt change, creating confusion and pressure for both children and parents. This is Annamalai going against his own party's stand for what it is. The new CBSE three-language policy is at the heart of the growing confusion among parents and schools. Under the revised framework, students in Class 9 will now have to study three languages, with at least two of them being Indian languages. That means a foreign language like French, German or Spanish can only be chosen one, either as a third language only and only if the other two are Indian languages, which is hard because many schools will mandate English as a compulsory language, though it's a foreign one. CBSE has clarified that another foreign language may also be offered as an additional fourth subject for those who are interested. Importantly, there will be no board examination with the third language in Class 10, as all assessments for R3, that's the third language, will remain internal and school-based, though grades will still appear on the CBSE certificate. The board says this entire framework is being introduced in line with the National Education Policy or NEP 2020. On April 9th, CBSE had clearly stated that the new three-language policy would not apply to Class 9 students till the 2029-30th academic session. Schools went ahead with admissions, students finalized subject choices and parents planned accordingly, but barely a month later on May 15th, the board made a dramatic U-turn, announcing that the policy would now apply to Class 9th from July 1st itself. 45-day gap given to implement this. Just about 6 weeks to implement sweeping changes. Students may now have to alter language combinations mid-session while schools are scrambling to arrange teachers, timetables and approvals, triggering confusion, anxiety and anger among parents across the country. Parents say the sudden rollout has created confusion, stress and uncertainty for Class 9 students midway through the academic year. Concerns range from added academic burden and lack of teachers to disruption for students studying foreign languages for years. There are also fears of Hindi imposition in non-Hindi speaking states, in the sense that states that don't have Hindi as a primary communication language. CBSE, however, says the move is part of the NEP transition, insists there will be no board exam for the third language and claims schools will have flexibility in implementation and the language choices. I'm being joined at this point by Kalyan Raman, who's a senior leader with the BJP in Tamil Nadu, Harshpreet Karyal, who's a spokesperson for Congress, Advocate Anubha Srivastav Sahai, who's an educationist as well as the president for India White Parent Association, Dr. Jyoti Gupta, who's a director and principal for KR Mangalam World School, Delhi, director for the Sri Ram Universal School, Ghaziabad as well. Thank you very much, all four of you, for joining me. Well, let me just come to you, Kalyan Raman, at this point. What's happened? Suddenly you have none other than Annamalai himself breaking ranks with what seems to be a party line. What's happened? Do you agree with what Annamalai has said?
See, we all know that the BJP is a democratic party in which every individual is entitled to have his or her opinion. Look at myself. I have never worn white shirt. What is quite normal in Tamil Nadu. In Tamil Nadu, the typical politician believes that it is the policy that they shall wear a white shirt. But I have never worn white shirt because it is my opinion. Then I need not. So similarly, Annamalai has got an opinion. It is the same Annamalai who had welcomed the same three-language formula as early as March 2025 and March 2026 also. Now he has
I
got
like
a
the way
different
you've said
opinion.
fatwa. I like the way you've said fatwa.
Now he has got another opinion. And now he is part of BJP, but he is not the final decision maker of BJP in Tamil Nadu at this point of time because we have another leader called Nainar Nagendran. He is the
Sure,
president of the party.
sure.
The Margadarshan is given by the leader of the party and we all follow it. If somebody has got a different opinion, he has got a different opinion.
Listen,
That's
Kalyan
all.
Banerjee. Sorry,
He having
Kalyan Raman.
a different opinion.
Kalyan Raman, let me just ask you one simple question, Kalyan Raman. It's not about Annamalai. And here's the big question. Is there a concern? I'm sure you are a senior leader with BJP who has a lot of connections in Tamil Nadu as well, who have parents, who have students, who have children of those parents. Is this a concern? Because CBSE seems to be in a big rush. And a genuine question everybody is asking, when in April CBSE said that we will not have this policy rolled out for class 9 students this year, it will be done in 2029 within 1 month. What hell has hit the roof for it to come out and say, let's do it from July 1st? I can't understand this. I'm trying to understand if you can understand this.
I fail to understand the concern here for the simple reason that the academic year starts now on, maybe a month from now. And then the students start studying. Already most students are in three-language formula in some way or the other. Either they are learning it privately or learning within the system. So that same is being put to practice in the form of a specific three-language formula insisted because it leads to national integration, number one. Number two, it is all the more pertinent for Tamil Nadu for the simple reason that here is the only state in the whole world, not only in India, as the whole world, a government can be formed using language. Tamil Nadu is the only state where, on the basis of language, a government was formed as early as 60 years back, 59 years back. So, for the sake of national integration, the three-language formula is all the more pertinent in Tamil Nadu, and the Tamil Nadu students are already learning three language. A good number of them learning Hindi in CBSE schools. So this is not a big thing that we are
Kalyan
talking
Raman,
about.
you started your statement saying, I fail to understand what's the concern. Let me end with one sentence before I go to the next panelist. I fail to understand how you fail to see the point. Let me just introduce my next guest at this point. Let me go to Dr. Jyoti Gupta. Dr. Jyoti Gupta, do you fail to see the point as well? Do you see that there is no relevance at all to the big concerns that are being raised? Do you see any justification whatsoever for a sudden change? And I'm genuinely asking you this because I am not able to. Please help me understand.
So we are with you in this, Neha, and we also fail to understand as to what was the hurry. When just a month back, CBSE came out with the scheme of study saying that the current class 6, when it moves to class 9, only then this policy is going to be relevant, not just for ninth, but also the current 7th and 8th. We still don't know what to do with them because there's no diktat for them. I'm choosing my words very clearly. There's no diktat for them yet. The parents are very upset. The books were bought, the timetables were made, the schools weren't ready with so many. Like, we are sitting in Delhi here, we don't have so many Hindi or Sanskrit teachers. And if we were to teach the regional languages, then as a school, how many regional languages are we going to teach? And then at the end of the day, the books are not ready. We are being told that you teach class 9 children with the book that is there for class 6. Are we trying to tell the children that it doesn't matter? You are in class 9, you can study the syllabus of class 6. You can later on, even in class 10, your marks will be given, though they are internal assessment. There's no board exam. So,
You know,
are we telling
I'm
the
sorry
children
I'm
you don't have to
interrupting
give
you. I'm
importance?
sorry, and I'm asking you this question with full responsibility, because you are an expert on this panel with years of experience as a director, as a principal for renowned school chain, all of that. I want to ask you, is CBSE making it extremely hard for parents to trust them? I'm asking a direct
Absolutely.
question because CBSE needs to
Absolutely.
understand this. These are not guinea pigs. That's what I am saying, but you would know better than me. Correct me if I'm wrong. How
Absolutely.
can anybody come and tell
Absolutely.
any student 1 month before, now you study 3 languages, your French and German can go as a fourth language, or you can take
Yes.
it. How does
Yes,
this even
and
work?
now the children, like those who had taken, let us say, English and French or German or Spanish or Japanese, now they are being told, no, you go back to studying Hindi. And for years, they thought in 6th, 7th, and 8th, what language are they going to choose in 9th and 10th? Because the orientation starts happening when we introduce the languages in classes 4 and 5, and then they take it up in 6th, 7th, and 8th. And suddenly, a new language, that is a new regional language or a new Sanskrit to be taught to all these children. What are we trying to tell them? That it doesn't matter, you don't have to give the board exam. Whether you study or you don't study, you will still scrape through. And what is the guarantee that next year, around the same time, they will say, oh, sorry, we are very sorry, there is now a board exam in R3 as well.
No,
So,
you know
like
what?
they are withdrawing their circulars, they can
And let
withdraw
me
them
just
again.
make one thing very clear. No student can fall in love with a language until that student is inspired to learn. And it's not about a language, it's about any subject. You lump
Absolutely.
them with a subject, they will never learn it. They will never, ever learn it. But that's, as I said, that's me. Let me very quickly, before I go to the other two panelists who are very patiently waiting, Kalyan Raman, you said you see no sense at all in what I am saying. You heard the educationist speak. Do you see sense in what she is saying?
See, we are talking about technicalities.
No, we are not.
Anything.
No, we are
Allow
not
me to
talking. I
complete. You asked
disagree
me a
with you.
question.
We
You
are
should allow
not
me to
talking about
complete.
technicalities.
When
We
you
are
ask a
talking
question, you should let
about
me
children's
complete.
future. We are
When
not
you
talking
ask
about
a question,
technicalities, Kalyan
allow
Raman.
me to complete.
Yes, sure, but
When you ask a question.
sir, we have been on discussions many times together, and I am never so forceful on anything. But this is not about
I
technicalities.
understand you are emotional about it. So
There's
coming
no
back,
emotion. There is no
see, there
emotion at
are
all. Because, and
anything that begins
let me
as
just
a
put this
fresh
on
thing
record. Over
will
the
always
last
have a
few
technical
days, I
issue.
have had parents
They
who
will
are coming and
always have a
actually saying,
technical
one minute,
issue.
let me just make
Which is
this
where
point. Let me just make this point. There are parents who are actually having conversations and looking at schools beyond CBSE boards. But these are parents who are coming out of the luxury of having those options. Not all parents have them. Kalyan Raman, go ahead.
I will not know because I have overgrown that age group to understand this. Sometimes, it does happen. So let me pardon myself on that particular scenario. But then a policy is made by the government after discussing with a good amount of academicians, and hence it is bound to be in the right spirit. If at all there is any difficulty, it is bound to be more of a technical issue than an emotional issue. Here, what apparently we see is
This
more
is
an emotional
not
outburst
a
than
technical
a
issue.
technical issue.
This is
The
not
board
a technical
exam,
issue, Kalyan Raman. I can fact check you on this. This is not a technical issue. Parents across the country, students across the country will not be on a scamper last minute changing their subjects. The government has said go and find retired
so
teachers to
no,
teach. That's what the
I am telling
CBSE has
you,
said. Where are
this
you
is
going to
a
get
false
retired teachers to teach?
understanding we have that
Anyway, sir,
the
you've made
students
your
cannot
point.
learn
You've made your
something
point
new.
very quickly. Harshdeep Kadiyal, go ahead, make your
No, it's
point.
a wrong premises on which you are making an argument.
you.
Any kid will have a better understanding of learning things faster than you and me. It's a matter of fact. So what are we talking about? The children are below 15 years old. They are on formative years. They are bound to learn
Sir,
things faster than
India
you and me.
has struggled. India has struggled with learning aptitudes and reasoning and assessments because of the way we go into our rote patterns. And what you're trying to do, what CBSE is trying to do right now is create that rote patterns. You are not creating a love for language. You are creating a rote pattern for language. I'm sorry, I'm making this very, very straight at this point. Harshdeep Kadiyal, go ahead, please.
Thank you. See, given that we happen to be living in the world's largest democracy, mother of all democracies, the least that the Bharatiya Janata Party's government ought to do is consult the stakeholders. They should have at least ensured that the stakeholders were consulted, proper debate and discussion was done, because the future of the students here is concerned. The future of the country is, it's the future of the country that we are talking about, the youth. And the parents have come up with grievances, concerns, issues. Number one, they have not been addressed. Number two, if the Bharatiya Janata Party would stop going the other way around, the Bharatiya Janata Party does the opposite. They first decide, then after that, the feedback starts flowing in, the criticism starts flowing in, the blunders start flowing in, and then they would make a U-turn. They would either amend it or they would take it back. I'd request the Bharatiya Janata Party for once, be a little democratic, have a little bit of patience, have freedom of speech and expression exercise, let people come up with their opinions, adhere to that, and then make decisions. That is how we ought to go about decisions, but the Bharatiya Janata Party has not been adhering to that. Number two, it is ironical that the Bharatiya Janata Party's former president, Mr. Annamalai, has also opposed this. This goes on to suggest that the Bharatiya Janata Party decision.
Annamalai and Ashpreet, let me just add to this. Annamalai is the leader who BJP, BJP really mooted for when he did his Padyatra. More than any other leader, I think we would all think that he still does have some ear to the ground. You are laughing, Kalyan Raman. I'll come to that. But sure, go ahead, make your point, Ashpreet.
I think
the fact of the matter is that the Bharatiya Janata Party could at least listen to Annamalai.
You are uttering.
If you do not, one second, I did not interrupt you. Have some decency. I did not interrupt you. My request is that the Bharatiya Janata Party does not want to.
It is not by the Bharatiya Janata Party.
I think you really need to learn the decorum. I think you really need to learn how to do a debate. Have the patience to speak in our time. It's my time. Let me speak and then answer it. But number one, you do not want to listen to the children. You do not want to listen to the students. You do not want to listen to the parents. You do not want to listen to the youth. You do not want to listen to the opposition. Fine. Listen to your own former BJP president, someone that you advocated for, someone that you pushed for. At least listen to him. That's all we are saying, that the Bharatiya Janata Party ought to start listening, not imposing, not shoving it down the throats of people. The Bharatiya Janata Party has been in the habit of making democracy of the people, for the of the BJP, for the BJP, by the BJP. It is actually of the people, for the people, by the people, as much as we remember. And number two, you see the sudden change of heart. You see the sudden U-turn. That is what we are curious about. Why was there another decision taken a month ago, and after that there was a change of heart? There was a 360-degree change that was done, and after that this happened. So we want to understand the logic behind it. The earlier decision that was taken, was it wrong? Was it illogical?
And there is no explanation by CBSE or the Education Minister. Zero explanation, complete silence. The least the Education Minister could have done, or the least the CBSE official could have done, was come out, tell, so and so is the reason, issue a circular. If nothing else, issue a circular explaining what has happened. Very quickly at this point, Kalyan Raman, you may want to respond to Ashpreet, and then I want to go back to the other two panelists, please.
Ashpreet had mentioned Bharatiya Janata Party's name in his 3-minute speech 11 times. So thanks to him for doing trouble with the BJP's name. You did that without knowing, gentlemen, that the policy is made by CBSE after doing thorough. Now you are speaking over me.
Look what happens when we follow your footsteps.
Now you are speaking over me.
Okay, Kalyan Raman, go ahead. Make your point. Go ahead, Kalyan Raman.
It's simple that the decision is made by the CBSE, not by the Bharatiya Janata Party. But this gentleman keeps talking about Bharatiya Janata Party 11 times in 3 minutes.
Sir, CBSE officials are not elected.
The decision is taken after doing due diligence within the system. It is a system.
CBSE officials are not elected by the people of India.
It's a simple knowledge.
The government at the center is elected by the people of India, and the minister And the minister is elected by the people of India. The CBSE Babu is not elected by the people of India. Just
Yeah,
putting
but
it
then
on
the
record.
decision is
And
taken by the
therefore, the
CBSE
BJP or any
when
party
it
that
is a
would be at the center
policy-making body.
would be
When the
at
policy-making
the
body
receiving end
is
of the questioning.
doing
That's how Indian
something,
constitution is.
then we generally
So the
understand that this
BJP
can't
has
do
no
due
say.
diligence.
The BJP is not in the government. The Bharatiya Janata Party's minister is
Okay,
not
okay,
concerned at
Ashpreet,
all.
let Kalyan Raman make his point. Make your counter. I do want to go to the other two
My,
panelists after
my,
that.
my only
Kalyan
request
Raman, go
is,
ahead, make your point.
See, the CBSE has stated that the exams are not going to be part of the board exams. So it is only an academic pursuit in which the children learn a language, but they are not
Okay.
going to be marked, given
Okay.
a ranking for it. So be it, let people learn.
I have strong
See,
opinions
I speak
about
4
that,
languages. I speak 4
leave me aside.
languages because
Leave
I
me
have had
aside.
the
You may say I'm a
exposure of
motivated
going around the
person.
country.
I have my own
Let the
agenda.
children have the
To
advantage
avoid that,
of
let me
knowing more
straight go to
languages.
advocate
In Tamil
Anubhav
Nadu,
Srivastav Sahai.
we are
Anubhav
suffering
Srivastav
separatism in Tamil
Sahai,
Nadu
you are a
because of the
parent.
two-language
You are the
formula.
president of India White Parent
People have
Association.
even started
Do you
saying that
agree with
separate
what
Tamil
Kalyan Raman
Nadu.
is saying? That what is this hullabaloo all about? There is no markings. They are not going to be marked. There's no examination for the third language. What is this frenzy you all are creating? What is this?
Now, thank you for having me on this show, and really surprised with the things which are moving on in our country as far as CBSE is concerned, as far as NTA is concerned. All education systems, parents and students have lost faith in the whole education system. As far as the CBSE and NTA is concerned, they have done a lot of blunders. And this is another blunder by CBSE, I would say. Without consulting parents and other stakeholders, they have come up with this policy. And are there any teachers? What have you done? You're talking about NEP since past 10 years, since past 4, 5, 6, 7 years. You're talking about NEP. You're now implementing NEP. What have you done? Where are the teachers? You're trying to implement this 3-language policy. Where are the teachers? How many teachers you have trained? Is there anything provided in the budget for the teacher training? How many teachers are there to train the students? You're just imposing everything on the students and parents community without it even providing the teachers. You don't have proper teachers for the subjects which are there as of now. But who will be benefited? I'm telling you, all the publishers will be benefited because of this new policy which has come up. Do you think that students will get all the subjects of 3 language within 1 month? Is it possible for all the schools all over India, pan India? There are 90 lakh students. Will you be able to provide 90 lakh books to all these students of different 3 languages? आप पहले समझिए कि आप किस तरह की पॉलिसी लाते हैं, उसको आप इम्प्लीमेंट करते हैं. इम्प्लीमेंटेशन के पहले you should find out the ways how you're going to implement it. You have no ways. You're just saying that CBSE ने बनाया, CBSE has made it, so it is good. What CBSE? What they are doing today with the students community, everyone is aware. How are you going to implement? Tell me.
I wish
Making
CBSE
proper
would come up
arrangement, you're
and
coming up
answer
with
your
a policy,
questions.
and within 1 month you want parents and students and school community to implement your 3-language policy. Where are the books? Where are the teachers? Tell me. Talking about NEP, tell me what have you done, what the government has done since last 7, 8 years for implementation of all these policies and rules. Nothing. And who is suffering? We parents community. We are suffering. Students are suffering. We don't have books. Students are downloading books from online. PDFs are not available. They have done changes in other syllabus also. Every year they are doing this. Just 1 month before start of any session or 2 months before, they are bringing new policy. They are in experimenting modes. Education minister has no time. He is busy with all other stuff.
Advocate
is happening
Annamalai,
in
let me
our
ask
country?
you a question. As a parent and as a very responsible member, leader of an umbrella organization, do you trust CBSE?
Pardon, I could not hear you.
Do you trust CBSE?
No.
Why? Why do you
I
say
don't-
that?
See, they are in experimenting mode. They don't discuss with stakeholders. They are just taking decisions every year. 30%, 70% criteria. There are so many things. I can debate it for 1 hour, 2 hours, if you will ask me. And not even me. There are several students and parents who will debate why they have lost trust on CBSE because of the all blunders which they have done since past few years. I am a CBSE student.
So am I.
I am a CBSE.
So am I.
I am
And
a
I'm a very proud CBSE student.
And today I feel so bad. Today I feel so bad.
I'm with
I
you.
was
Same sentiments.
I was discussing with few students. They said, "Oh God, thank God we are ICSE board.
You
We are
know,
not
that's
CBSE
the
board students."
irony. That's really the problem. And let me just get in at this point, Dr. Jyoti. Dr. Jyoti, I want to ask you some specific questions,
I have to leave actually, ma'am. I would like to take your this thing. I have
Sure,
to leave
sure,
for another
sure.
show.
Do you want to make another comment before you leave? You've been waiting for a bit. Thank you so much.
My humble appeal to the authorities, to the ministers, central government, CBSE, and all this, that before implementing anything, please, before experimenting with students and everything, try to implement the policies which you are making. आप टीचर्स की ट्रेनिंग करिए, टीचर्स प्रोवाइड करिए, संस्कृत के टीचर्स हो या विच एवर लैंग्वेज यू आर गोइंग टू इम्प्लीमेंट, फर्स्ट यू प्रोवाइड टीचर्स ट्रेनिंग करिए, डेफिनेटली पेरेंट्स विल वी विल वेलकम सच डिसीजन. आप but immediately just within 1 month you will say कि no we will implement this policy and all. That is not done. So we will not accept.
Thank you very much, Ms. Anubha, for joining us, for making this very, very important point. A parent, a mother making this very strong appeal. Dr. Jyoti, let me come to you. Let me ask you some specifics. Are schools ready to implement it? I mean, there is no option. You have to implement it. How is this going to get implemented?
So we are still waiting. We are giving our representations to CBSE. There is also a PIL that has been, filed. You would know about it, which is, talking about this, particularly the class 9 circular that has come in. And our problem is that this has come at a time where the session has started. The parents have bought the books. The school budgets, the school teachers, the school HR, everything has been frozen. So we need time to implement anything new. Also, the children who have been learning a particular language cannot be asked to discontinue with that language and start learning the language suddenly. My other point here, through your platform, I would like to say that we are calling English a foreign language. Is your channel operating on a foreign language? Is the link language, that is English, a foreign language? The language in which the states and the center communicate? Is English, that is a judiciary's language, a foreign language? So for years, we have taught our children in English medium. That is, the medium of instruction is English. So how can we suddenly say that English is a foreign language? If we look at the Language Act of our country, the primary official language that is defined is Hindi, and the associate official language that is defined is English. So when we are talking about English and Hindi, and suddenly we are now saying that English is a foreign language, we are throwing the other languages that the private schools and even some of the government schools like the KVs or the Delhi government schools, which have been having the foreign languages, they have to suddenly now close down the department. Where do these teachers go? They have been with us for decades. They are permanent teachers with us. Are you saying that they are going to lose their jobs? Then third thing, suddenly you say that now you teach two native Indian languages. Where does the word native come from? Is it defined in any policy? Is it defined in any act? Or are we simply coining in these words just to confuse people? Then, the circulars are given overnight. There are no consultative meetings that are happening. There are no, there is no explanation.
Right.
Earlier, also, CBSE would come out with certain new policies. I
Right.
understand the NEP has to be rolled out, but then you have to give way to the schools. It's only maybe 2-3% of the schools which are affected by the foreign languages, but at least cater to those. Now, why can't the foreign languages be brought in under the vocational education umbrella?
Right.
The children who learn the foreign languages, we know, get jobs easier and faster than the people who are doing engineering today.
Right.
The entire country is talking about skills, vocational education. Now, this is not just the issue. There is a board exam that is going to be for the vocational education. There's a board exam that's going to be there for AI and CT. There are exams, theory exams, which are going to happen for physical
Right.
education and also for art. So why not give a choice to the children under the vocational streams?
I think very, very pertinent questions. And both to Kalyan Raman as well as Arshpreet Kariyal, 30 seconds, 40 seconds each to you. Kalyan Raman, you've heard an educationist speak. I don't think CBSE has taken them into the loop. She is nodding.
I remember a quote from Becale that we want a class of people Indian blood and color, but English in taste, opinion and moral and intellect. So, keeping that in mind, when Jyoti asks the question whether the English is a foreign language, it is part of the Macaulay education system in which she has learned to speak in English and then say that it is a all-pervading language. What is not true? It remains a foreign language. It will always remain a foreign language.
It's
Just that we have to come out of the perception
It is
that
the
it is
official language,
more
sir.
Indian
Define
than
that.
Kalyan Raman,
And
it is
if
not
you
a
raise a
foreign
point,
language. It's a
responding to it,
designated
just
official
because you have a channel,
language.
Just
I'm
because
sorry,
it is
I don't
a
agree.
Kalyan
language
Raman,
of
it's a
judiciary
designated
does not make
official
it
language.
Indian.
It's not a
No, I
designated
don't agree.
foreign
No,
language.
allow me to complete. I will give you an
defined
analogy.
as an
Allow me to
official
complete. I will give you an
language.
analogy. You take a steroid. You take a steroid when in an emergency situation. It doesn't mean that you have to administer steroid all the time on your body. Similar
No,
to that,
but it is an act.
English is being used.
It
No,
is an act.
Jyoti,
Why
you
haven't
raised a
we
point.
done anything
I'm
about it
responding to
then?
you. What's your problem?
No. Do we have
You
enough
raised a
seats
point.
in the higher education to accommodate the children in
You are in
India?
Macaulay
Okay, we're
Nor
totally out of
do
time.
we-
We're totally out of
nor
time.
do
Harshpreet
we
Kariyal,
in
make your last
developing
point, please.
countries.
I'm just
Thank you.
responding to
Sorry,
you.
ma'am.
The facts of the
It's
case.
not,
If I
it's not
may-
correct.
Because I know
I'm
what
saying
Macaulay
is
has
Ma'am,
done to India.
ma'am and sir, Kalyan Raman, Dr. Jyoti, let's just have Arshpreet make his last point.
So,
See, the Bharatiya
number
Janata
one,
Party. Please allow me.
Go ahead, Arshpreet.
Thank you. See, number one, the youth of the country is what we boast about. The youth is the demographic dividend of the country is what we are proud of. And our future cannot be compromised upon. The interests of the youth cannot be left out. Here, the Bharatiya Janata Party ought to have looked at one simple thing. Do we have the requisite resources? Do we have the requisite numbers? Do we have the requisite
Right.
teachers? Do we have the requisite paraphernalia? Do we have the things that we need to ensure that the execution, implementation is smooth and proper? There isn't. And we already are dealing with an economic crisis. And on top of that, you are adding more to the woes of the people, to the youth. And number two, you see how the suicides, depression, pressures of the
Okay, sir,
youth
I'm
has
totally
increased.
completely out of time.
So
I'm
many
sorry,
suicides
Arshpreet.
are happening.
I'm sorry I'm interrupting you. Thank you very much, all three of you, for joining me.